Hi, I'm Michael McCoy. It so happens that it's 20 years since the publication of my first book, Michael McCoy's Garden. And so I thought it'd be fun to read it aloud, just one entry or so a day, and to comment on really how things have changed since those days 20 years ago and what remains the same. But I know that many people are in lockdown, and some people who once absolutely loved their garden are now in a nursing home or in hospital and unable to garden anymore, but have never lost that passion for gardening. And that's what this book is all about, is really about my passion for gardening, the story of the creation of my first garden. So I hope that you enjoy it. Now, the rule is when I have my glasses on, then I'm reading. When I don't, then I'm commenting. So let's start with the preface. That's all we're going to cover today. Okay. Preface of Michael McCoy's Garden. Home gardening is my passion, and home gardeners are my audience. Even in my professional life as a garden designer and garden writer, I want nothing more than to shift garden owners into a position of enjoying their outdoor spaces more and more. As a home gardener, I'm able to express all of my doubts about my artistic and horticultural decisions, confident that I can fine-tune my creation as it develops. Neither am I afraid of total failure at home. Designing gardens professionally allows no such freedom, and one must stay largely on safe ground. Each new job can only cope with a minor risk factor, so if relying entirely on professional opportunities, growth born of experimentation is naturally slow. This is the story of the rapid creation of my own garden, in which I had to draw on all the resources of 15 years of gardening and constantly had to face my own areas of indecision and ignorance. The latter no longer alarm me, for I've always known that gardening is an enormous and infinitely complex subject, and that there'll always be more questions raised than answers found. It's just as well that it's also a whole lot of fun, and that the fun begins long before any level of proficiency is gained. It's one of the things I love best about gardening is that whilst I've been at it for nearly 40 years now, that I'm still on a steep learning curve, that you can be learning every day of your life and you can reach the peak of your learning and your capability in the last few days of your life. If I'd been a sportsman, my peak would have been 30 years ago, but as far as I'm concerned, my peak is yet to come. Anyway, I hope that you've enjoyed it. Tomorrow will be the first entry where I explain about buying a very ugly little house and wanting to transform it very quickly with a beautiful garden. So join me tomorrow for our first entry in Michael McCoy's Garden. Bye.